Oh, that's a good PlayStation sound. I don't agree with people. I quite like the PlayStation 4 sound. The PlayStation 3 sound was pretty good as well, but I can agree that the PlayStation 2 sound was the worst. But we all know what we want to see. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. But no, that wasn't it. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. There's the good Capcom logo. But even more importantly, it's time to bear witness to... Evil is watching Resident Evil 2. Well, actually, that's the wrong tagline for the wrong game, but whatever! So, continuing on with this retrospective, we got Resident Evil 2. So, before we do anything, go down to options and turn your control fig to control fig C. You know why? Because it's got auto, and this game was built around auto. Manual is dumb. If you're somehow able to use manual, then I salute you, because I tried it. It's not great. it's not fun. But whatever, we're here to play Resident Evil 2. The DualShock version, to be more precise, but yes. So, Resident Evil 2, released in 1998, as you can see down here, sold, I think it was over 5 million copies on the PlayStation 1. So, very good follow-up to the original Resident Evil, and widely considered by many to be the best in the series. Hell, it's getting a remake later on in, I think it was like 2017 it was planned for? Even though I don't think that's been confirmed, but whatever. So, we'll be starting up with Leon's campaign. Unfortunately, there's no character select screen in this game because it's all on 2 separate discs because it couldn't all fit on one disc because of FMVs. Even though it's not live actors for FMV, unfortunately. It's all computer generated from here on out, which is good or bad, depending on how you see it. So, very quickly want to go over the 2 difficulties, because the balancing in Resident Evil games is weird. Because you'd think that with normal and easy difficulty, the damage would go up or down. No, that's not how they balance it. It's kind of odd, actually, because the way that they balance it is that if you go for easy, they in different games they give you different things, but in general they give you a crap ton of new weapons, and they make it much easier on you in terms of what equipment you get and when you get it. So I believe when you play Resident Evil 2 on easy mode, it gives you 120 handgun bullets and 3 first aid sprays. And there's also another weird change where they made ink ribbons, so when you use an ink ribbon to save, it goes white instead of going away, and you can use it again. Which is bullshit, because that breaks the save system. So, screw you, I'm going to be a super manly man and go normal difficulty. So, without further ado, and of course we need to stay quiet for this, take it away, announcer.
Resident Evil 2.
Now, unfortunately, they still haven't invented subtitles yet, so I'll try to be quiet for the important videos that play out. But there are some comments that I do want to make on them, because there's some things to point out, which is kind of weird.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair.
So there we can see the end of Resident Evil. There's still some weird stuff that happens in the Resident Evil timeline, because I believe Resident Evil 1 takes place in July of 1998, and this game takes place 3 months afterwards, or just under 3 months even, and you get to play as either Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. Both awesome characters, but I'm going to play Leon, spoiler alert, because Leon's super cool, and I like him. he's my favourite Resident Evil protagonist. Sorry Jill, sorry Chris, sorry Claire, you're all cool as well, but you're not as cool as Leon. Who is commuting from New York City, of all places. Same with Claire, and he's just decided to come to Raccoon City because, A, police job.
guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Guys, you should pay attention to that truck driver because he's gonna be important later in the cutscene. He's gonna be important, which is why they cut to him for a second. Kind of weird because that's actually really weird because that's the place where Claire's story starts. So it would have been actually kind of cool if they left that in Claire's part of the story in order to explain what's going to happen. Because spoiler alert, stuff's going to happen with that guy.
What are these things?
And apparently Leon is left with out of the wraps because he doesn't know what he's fighting. But everyone else and their mother already know what they are. You'll see later on. In fact, you'll see it in this short opening of the game, because I can't believe Leon and Claire don't know what these things are, and I only say that because everyone else knows what they are. But whatever, he shoots them like a champ because, you know, cop and you gotta draw your gun. Especially on the first day.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer.
So Leon, being the super cool dude that he is, takes control of the situation and just says, just go straight to the police station. Also found, I don't know why, I always found that exchange where she's like, don't shoot! And then he shoots anyway to be kind of a weird one. Because I know she's saying don't shoot in order to, make sure that he knows that she isn't a zombie, but the visual cues are pretty apparent with zombies.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know why, it's always confused me why people think that, like, zombies look human. Even though they are human. I don't know, that was a dumb question. And also, oh my god, it's the truck from earlier, but they don't notice it even though it's right behind them! It's not even very subtle.
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
And there we go! This is one of the things that I wanted to point out. That is Leon's character model that they just decided to zombify because you need to save asset money. And I actually don't mind it so much, even though that looks really rough. Oh god, I forgot how bad that looked. But it's just, you see it that one time, and it's just kind of funny that they decided to make a zombie out of Leon's character model. Because they don't do it for Claire, or at least I don't believe they do. And thus our heroes are separated off, and that truck flips in a really weird way that somehow does a 180. I actually kind of like this more to the explanation of they just lost, because in Resident Evil 1, the way that they split up the characters is they just said, oh, Chris got lost somewhere along the way. This way is much cooler and makes way more sense. But anyway, enough with exposition and cutscene critiquing, because we gotta play the actual game now. They were parted by unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. Nice little callback to Resident Evil 1 with the dialogue sequence there. And now it's time, in true Resident Evil fashion, to be a massive coward and run away from zombies. So I believe we can just escape these zombies right here. And oh god, ooh, that was a close one. And there's another one right there, which we can dodge. Go straight into the gun shop. No use in wasting ammo on those zombies because you never see them again. So, as you can see, this Resident Evil takes place in the city. I mean, the only reason I point it out because I always like the change. They go from a very sort of atmospheric mansion to a more familiar setting with a horror aesthetic over it, which I always kind of liked because it's a nice change of scenery for a sequel. But anyway, let's get into this gun store.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
So, I love this guy because even after Leon says that, it takes him a good solid second to register it, cocks his gun anyway, and then says, whoops, just you're human then. It's like, what an asshole.
I thought you were one of them.
What if his finger tripped and he just blew a giant hole in my chest? And then he decides to lock the door. What a trooper.
Something was wrong. The entire city was infested with zombies.
So, there, right there. He calls them zombies. He straight up calls them zombies. This guy knows what's up, and he's just leaving Leon out of the loop. Whatever, I'm gonna take these handgun bullets now. It's just, I don't know. That always got to me, that he just immediately goes, oh, well, guess they're zombies now. And, oh god, the gun shop owner man is now dead, which is a shame. So, if we can leave these zombies over here, actually, oh god, I separated them terribly. Oh well, time to waste some handgun bullets then. See, what I was trying to do is if you separate them in a way, you can get them away from the body and not have to do this. And let's just back off a bit. Oh god, this is not a good position. Just go in here and shoot them from across the counter because zombies are super dumb and they don't know how to climb things. But they do know how to go around things, which is more that can be said for other enemies. And wow, I've never actually seen a zombie's limb come off in this game. Huh. That's actually kind of interesting, but whatever, grab some more ammo. So, I believe this is the first game to have auto-reloading in terms of Resident Evil, so that was one major advancement, but unfortunately we still have not invented the quick reload button, so good old menu-based reload systems for us. But whatever, so if you were fast enough in separating those zombies, what you could do is you could click on the body and notice they stop breathing, and then take a shotgun, and the shotgun is super awesome for Leon, so that is very much worth your time to get. Or at least in my case it is. I don't know, maybe the shotgun sucks, but I always like getting it. So, don't take more ammo from the gun shop, even though it's probably got more handgun ammo for you, but whatever. Go past the zombies by the chain link fence, just so they can burst open out of it, and I don't think there's a way to scoot on past them, but if you go to the ambulance with the, at least I think it was an ambulance. Actually, it might have not been an ambulance. It might have just been a delivery truck of some kind. Maybe for the ammo shop. I don't know. But yeah, if we just get rid of these zombies out of their path, the pathway's a bit narrow, so I don't think you can scoot past them. So I played this game a few times, so I kind of know my way around, but the only time I played it recently was actually practice for this run, just to make sure that I could show off everything that I want to be shown, and just, wow, waste all my ammo. And that's all. Oh, he's still breathing. I thought he was bleeding. Guess not. Probably didn't need to waste the ammo, but I just didn't want to make sure that he ran up on me, and oh god! Just smash his head in, which I believe is also new for this game. But yeah, no, I didn't want him to sneak up on me as I was shooting that zombie, but that zombie got me anyway, so whatevs. Let's just go through this high frame rate door, which I always liked for some reason. I don't know why, it's always amused me how high frame rate the door and opening animation is. Unfortunately, you still need to press X in front of the stairs, so they haven't learned stair climbing technology yet, or they haven't advanced it even further than they already have. But whatever, let's just keep our promise and make our way to the police station. And wow, what a trooper! And if we look in this trash, then we can pick up some handgun ammo. Even though I don't think it's actually in the trash, I think it's just literally just underneath the trash, hidden. But I do always remember that that's there. Okay, so that woman's dead. We can scoot on past these guys, and I think there's someone hiding. Yes, there is, and scoot on past him. Make it to the gate. This run is doing so much better than my practice run, I can tell you that much. I must have been eaten by at least 12... Okay, maybe not that many. But at least, I think it was 3. I think I got munched on by 3 zombies while making my way to the police station. So, this is going so much better. And, of course, now that I've said that, I've completely jinxed myself, but... karma's a bitch. Anyway. Grab some more handgun ammo. I actually can't remember what the ammo make in this game is, and... I always forget your stupid crawler zombies. Whatever. Okay, come on, dude. Go down so I can shoot you. and then shoot you on the ground because you haven't bled yet, so I know for a fact that you're not dead. There we go. Okay, you should be dead now. Always very nice, and I always... God damn it, I always think that there's something in that suitcase, and there never is. Why do I never learn? Every time. It's baked into the background, so there's no reason that there should be anything in that suitcase. And there's also always a zombie here that I always get munched by, but not this time. Making sure to be extra careful, and I can't remember if there's anything in the police car. I guess I'm not gonna find out because there's too many of them. Fortunately, in my case, they cannot figure out the power of loading screens, so I should be safe. And we're already at the police station, so we're making great time. And I believe right here, yes, we get a green herb. I'm so glad I remember all this stuff. This is great. I really like this game. This is one of my favorite Resident Evils. Like, so I do agree with the main consensus, this is one of the best ones. There is one that is my favorite that we'll get to when we get to, but this one's great. Resident Evil 2 is a good game. Oh god, I love this music so much. I love this music because it's like, it's the perfect blend of, like, because you make it to the police station. You agree with Claire to make it to the police station, and Claire's not here. So it's a great mix of you've made it, but the battle is not over yet. You're not safe. I don't know. I just love this mix so much. But whatever. Grab some more ammo. And in true Resident Evil fashion, pick up our ink ribbons, which are right here. God, if you were playing this on a CRT, I don't know how you would ever think to look there. But let's get our typewriter and save our progress. But we're not going to end it here because there is some other stuff that I want to show, some really cool stuff which is coming up. So let's just save over the practice save file. If I had time, I would have shown off Claire's side of the story, but I haven't practiced it, and it would make this video super long, which is not the point. So let's just have a look around this police station, I guess, and see if we can find Claire. DARPA Chief!
Oh, man.
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen.
Hang in there.
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
just go.
Fine. But I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
So there's a few things that I want to point out about this scene, because there's a few things that are weird. So, first of all, he tells you to go and look for survivors, which is cool and all, but he points a gun at you, which is a little bit... I mean, I guess you could sort of take it that he's trying to protect you, but I always found that just a little bit too much. Like, Leon's obviously concerned for... I can't remember his name, but Black Cop. let's just call it as it is. But he just straight up pulls a gun on you when you show concern for him, which I always found kind of odd. And, oh, I love this so much! I wish Resident Evil would bring the computer screens back, but yeah, the second weird thing is that he locks the door behind you. So that means in his bloodied state, while he was writhing on the floor in pain, he somehow gathered enough strength to go up to the door and lock it from the inside. Which is weird. I don't know how he did that. He must have some strong will in order to try and keep Leon from coming in. I mean, I guess it's a weird way of like him accepting his fate because he knows he's gonna turn, but still, on floor 1 minute and fine the next. And the other thing that I also found kind of weird is, once again, he mentions zombies, and he mentions the raccoon incident from a few weeks ago, I believe he said. So, if you haven't guessed already, that is the opening to, sorry, not the opening, that is the first Resident Evil game, which took place in the Raccoon Forest, or at least the mansion in the Raccoon Forest. Which, as we go over to the storage buffs, which everyone just seems to know. In the city, everyone just seems to know this top secret assignment to rescue Bravo team, and I do not want to put the gun in here, I want to put the knife in here. Same as Resident Evil 1, in my opinion, the knife is worthless, and I didn't really elaborate that well in the first Resident Evil why I think it's worthless. I think it's worthless because it takes up an item slot, and your handgun's pretty much going to be good in most cases in this game, and the knife doesn't really do that much from my experience. I mean, I'm not touting myself as a Resident Evil expert, but every time I try to use the knife, it's not great. I don't know, it was always worthless to me, so I always put it in the storage box. But anyway, so yeah, everyone just seems to know. Everyone in Raccoon City seems to know, oh yeah, that super secret assignment that happened in Raccoon Forest with Star's team. And also zombies, but whatever. In true Resident Evil fashion, we didn't get one of these in Resident Evil 1, so I'm going to make up for it now. We got info files, and of course I'm going to abbreviate on them because they're super long and we don't have time. So here's the abridged version. Police memorandum. Yo guys, there's some shit coming in, and we're going to move your shit. Here's the code for your shit, Raccoon Police Department, and that's basically what it's saying. But there we go. So once we go into this camera change right over here and move over here, and I love that in the window so much! Oh, subtlety's so good. I mean, I pointed it out, so it's not very subtle, but first time when I was doing my practice run, I completely forgot about it, and it legitimately creeped it out because I forgot. Oh, it's great. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, and that camera angle's so good. That camera angle's so good. But whatever, let's move forward. So, as you can hear, there's no music, but there is the drippy drips of, I'm sure it's water, but what I like about this entire setup is you get to this scene over here. So, we check this thing because it's flashing, because of course you would check flashing things, it's a video game, but, an open-close switch for the shutter. It can't be activated since the cord is cut. And you see a broken window, and from that broken window, you see a zombie with its head missing. And from the zombie with the head missing, you see the blood coming from the ceiling. It paints the perfect scene. And not only do you see one broken window, you see a few. If that isn't suspenseful for, like, something that's been, it's got a spade edged under the keyhole. But if that's not building up to something suspenseful, then I don't know what is. Gene Simmons? Oh god, you're not looking good ever since the band got disbanded, huh? I mean, I can't actually remember if they got suspended, but anyway, this is where I wanted the shotgun for. This is a licker! One of the staple enemies from Resident Evil 2, and they're super fast and super strong, so 3 shotgun blasts should take him down. I love how it's sort of just like a generic brain monster, but it still looks really gross. Especially for 1998, so good work, Capcom. Good work on grossing the crap out of me, but enough of that. Let's get this green herb that they put here. So when you fought the liquor, they obviously expected you to lose health, but I didn't because I am a super cool guy. But I also like that even though you took it out, there are still 2 windows that are broken, so it's not over yet. And sorry, I just wanted to remain quiet there for a second because this music ambience is so good. Man, whatever happened to musical ambience in horror games? You don't really get it so much anymore. They seem to go more towards the they seem to go more towards the silent approach, which this game does sometimes. Which is fine. Like, silence is good and all, but I miss ambient music build-up. I mean, you don't really get it so much. I mean, I can't even remember the last game that I played that used it. Last horror game, that is. And this is so good! Oh, I love horror genre so much. I love horror genres because, I love the horror genre, not horror genres. That's not technically correct. I love the horror genre because, it's one of the hardest genres, in my opinion, to get right, because for some people you think, oh, you just put a bunch of jump scares on the screen and scare people, right? No, that's not how you build a good horror game. You build a god horror game? Well, I guess in some cases you'd call it. No, you build a good horror game by building up a threat, making it a threat, making the player feel like he is in danger, and putting them in a circumstance where they are not the most powerful thing. Because if they're not the most powerful, that means they can die, and if they can die, that causes fear. I don't know, it's one of those genres I love, like, breaking down and analyzing, because it's so hard to get right. You have to do the right build-up, and I'm just going on a tangent here, but we should read this report. So, the abridged version. Yo, the city is screwed. There are zombies everywhere. We should probably look for survivors. The operation's screwed. Oh god, everyone's dead. There are more dead people than injuries, which is really bad for conflict. That is really bad. That's so bad. But yeah, there's buses. We should probably get weapons from storage. The electronic locks are not functioning because the place is screwed. David Ford. Oh god. The west barricade has been broken through. More people are dead. We found there's appearances of unknown creatures. They look super gross. Kind of like Gene Simmons, who is also super gross. But he can really shred that guitar. I really hope he shreds that guitar up because I cannot remember what he plays. And yes, they are dubbed the liquor. So very insightful police report. So if we make our way back here, I believe there is some ammo? Question mark? Yes, we got some ammo. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use it because we're coming up to the part where I want to stop. I never tried this. I can't remember if this is the right solution. Yeah, it is the right solution. Use the lighter on the fireplace and it makes the picture burn, which is really creepy considering we're in the police thing, and it gives you the red jewel, which is for a statue. Which statue, you may ask? You're gonna have to figure it out for yourself. Anyway. Let's just get out of this door here, because we're coming up to the part where I want to stop, because as I sort of want to make a tradition with these retrospectives, there is a certain place that I do want to stop, and if I remember, if we go through this door, I'm gonna have to act very quickly, because there are zombies everywhere. Okay. On my practice run, oh god, this is not going great. So on my, oh yeah, this is pretty much how my practice run began. So yeah, on my practice run, I tried running to the stairs, which are on the net screen over, and reloading the scene in order to switch the zombie positions, and it didn't work. It was a terrible plan. Okay, make sure you're dead, I can't see the blood. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Twitching, but dead. And the other one's pretty good as well. And, ah, god damn it. The range is always much, what am I trying to say? Wider than I think it is. Let's just, might as well, use the herbs right there. God, the menus were switched up in this game. It's kind of weird. Use circle to, open the menu instead of, I can't remember what it was in first Resident Evil. I think it was start or triangle? I actually can't remember. Anyway, whatever. Pick up these two, green herbs. And move into the most important room. So, slight correction on the Resident Evil Director's Cut. That game does indeed have save room music, and it's a bit later on. I didn't assume that it didn't have save room music. I was just kind of making the point that that in Resident Evil Remake, which we'll get to, the save room music plays in the room where I pointed out there was no save room music, or at least I'm pretty sure that it does, and I was just shocked that they didn't use it in that room, so I'm going to clarify myself on that, but this save room music is really good. Needs a special kind of key to unlock, and what about this one? Yep, special kind of key. Once again, where is that special kind of key? You don't have to play yourself to find out. But no, seriously. I don't think there's any ink ribbons here. I can't remember if there's anything on this desk. Yes, there is. I'll read this before saving and ending this off. So, let's see what we got. Operation Report 2. Early morning. Zombies keep on trying to break in. It's getting really annoying. We couldn't get those weapons from the weapons cache because Guy forgot the key. There's a path leading to a sewage disposal path, which sewers are gross. But anything is better than dying here, I guess. But sewers are still pretty gross. I pray this operation does well, though it probably won't end well, says Elliot. But yes, that was Resident Evil 2. Definitely a huge improvement on Resident Evil 1. Character models were better. The general presentation, in my opinion, was better. And I don't know, just something about it. Something about it just screamed a good sequel. So, yeah, that was a nice little quick look. It was nice having a go-to play. It was nice having another run through of this. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to continue playing because this game is short, but it's a good length where I could play it over and over again. So you know what? I think I will. I think I convinced myself to play it again while playing this. So, see you guys in Resident Evil 3.